Hello, Whole Life Entrepreneurship family. This Sunday night is brought to you by us, because here we are and there you are. And man, aren't we glad to have you. I'm Adam. That's Carrie.
I'm Carrie. Hello.
Hi.
We are the co-founders of Whole Life Entrepreneurship.
It's the best.
WLEmission.com. Thanks for joining us. So I don't know where you are in the world, but here in the United States of America, in
South
Carolina, we had daylight savings time, which means we lost an hour of sleep today. Man, am I feeling it.
Nope.
Man.
You bring it, woman. Up the energy. We got this.
Okay.
Jeez, no.
I'm with you. I'm here.
All right.
Okay. I'm here.
So we're engaged. Here's the thing. This is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your
Actually,
customer,
we're talking about one of my favorite things.
which is
Real for real business stuff. I am so excited to be able to get back. You don't get excited about this stuff anymore, but I love talking business stuff because I've only been in it for the last, really maybe 5 years, would you say? I've been really getting a full understanding of business from the inside out, and then really getting elbow deep.
elbow deep. Yeah. You're in there.
Yeah, for the last maybe 2 years. So it's been quite an ordeal. So you're just like, yay, this is all common sense. But it's not.
It's not common sense. Majority of business people do this all wrong. So look, you can have very, very successful companies who have forgotten who their customers are.
Yes.
And so whether you are a existing multi-million-dollar corporation, company, whatever, you've been at it 10, 15 years, or you're just getting started, you need to pause and reestablish connection with a deep understanding of who your customer is and what you're trying to do for them. And that's what we're going to cover in the next 10 minutes. That's a challenge to us to wrap it up.
10 minutes. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that.
We'll
see what we can do. So Adam and I do a good bit of coaching type things, but one of the other things we get to do that's really exciting is we get to do consulting on entrepreneurship and business, and we work with different organizations and different partners, and sometimes we even get to work with schools. And we've been working with a local school here, and they've been saying, okay, tell us exactly what we would need to take a group of researchers making research projects, turn them into entrepreneurs, and have them take their product to industry and make money off of it. And we're like, well.
Step one, call your shot. Who are you trying to help? Who is your customer? And
Hi, Hannah.
You get this from a variety of sources, but you have to start by asking yourself, who am I trying to help?
Right.
And then begin to describe that person. So if we're using you guys for an example, our ideal customer is an entrepreneur. And then we sharpen it up. It's an entrepreneur that wants to live a life of success without regrets. And we sharpen it up. It's an entrepreneur who believes that having healthy relationships is part of having a secret of success without regrets. And we sharpen it up. We say, it's an entrepreneur who believes that business systems that are executed well lead to free time, which allows for work-life balance, which allows re-engagement with relationships, which then leads to a life of success without regrets. If that's who you are, then we have figured it out.
That's called a niche. I call it a niche. What do you call it?
Niche.
Niche.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah. So that's how you find exactly who it is that you are serving. Because guess what? We are all servants here.
That's right.
We all have something that we offer that solves a problem. Whether you are service, product, or experience-based, everything you do is solving someone's problem.
So there's this exercise we do with the MBA kids called the wallet problem. And actually this might be getting a little bit tomorrow, or you know what? The wallet problem is basically everybody wants their own particular kind of wallet. And if I create the perfect wallet for me and I get hand it to Carrie and she doesn't want it because it turns out she doesn't need all the things that I need in my wallet and I don't have things that she needs. Without understanding who Carrie is, I can't design a product that meets her needs, which kind of brings us to our next thing here.
Yeah. The next piece of this is figuring out exactly what it is that customer wants. So there's a lot of different ways to do that, but one surefire way you can ask. Because here's what we find. We find that people have ideas. Ideas are awesome. Patented products are fantastic. Brilliant. How many people do we talk to that are like, I had this idea for a business. Cool. How have you tested that? Because what happens is people build a thing or make a thing and they're like, buy my thing. And then they're really super disappointed and bummed when people don't buy their thing. Well, that's because they built a thing that might have been cool, but may not have actually solved their ideal customer's problem. Okay? And the only way to really know that is to ask. Mm-hmm. To ask and then test. Ask and then test. And it is really kind of a give and a take. And you know, I think that's oftentimes a lot of the problem, like with what we were talking about earlier with the researchers, you know, they already have a product or an idea that they've built, and now they're trying to find someone who will buy their idea. And going backwards like that is really challenging.
We call it having a solution without a problem, right? Yeah. And being a very smart, intelligent human being, you know you're solving a problem. The question is, are you solving a problem that's big enough and important enough to enough people that they're going to do something about it other than apathy, and that they'll exchange money?
Yeah.
And at a level large enough that justifies your time, effort, and sacrifice.
Yeah.
If those aren't there, and the only way you can get those answers, the only way you can find that out is to go try it with human beings who you talk to. We're not talking giant surveys. We're not talking, no, we mean go meet your customers.
Yeah, otherwise, what you are living is Shark Tank all the time, where people are rejecting everything that you've bought because it doesn't serve this purpose, or it doesn't really have this, we don't have proof that it's actually going to sell, and so people don't buy it. And I don't know, you have to be really, really careful with that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you were talking about the importance of an ideal client. But let's pretend all those things that I listed for on entrepreneurship happened.
Yeah.
And then you're working with somebody and you're like, this person checked all the boxes, but there's something wrong.
Well, here's the thing that's different about whole life entrepreneurship, okay? We certainly want to serve our ideal client. We also want to build our ideal business.
Ooh, life of success without regrets.
Okay, which means that just because somebody is willing to give you money does not mean that they are your ideal. They may give you money, but that doesn't make them your ideal customer. Okay, because an ideal customer has a lot of boxes that they fit. But oftentimes, I know we have fallen into this trap before, where we're just like, well, we really just want to offer value. We want to offer value, but then people start to take a little bit of advantage. And so they end up not being our ideal client anymore because they don't want to pay us for that value.
Well, or they don't put the skin in the game.
Right. And that doesn't mean that they didn't serve their purpose, maybe in a testing capacity. But as they move on, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're our client. Well,
and from our cybersecurity days, we had clients that wanted to buy something I didn't want to sell anymore. And when the customer is pursuing a product or service that you don't want to sell anymore, and it's standing in your way of getting to that real product that's going to be highly profitable, very scalable, great margins, all that stuff, sometimes your ideal client will change in the course of your business.
Or an ideal client becomes a really, really difficult client. Now,
fire 20% of your customers.
Sometimes you gotta deal with the a-holes, okay? Sometimes you just do. Especially if it's like if it's really lane time and you just gotta take the money. But certainly if you're making money and somebody comes in and they're not respecting the beautiful thing that you've created in your business, you can always show them the door.
Yes.
Good luck. I was waving. So, I mean, that's how you fire a client.
So, and here's how you know which clients to fire. You are going to become obsessed with your clients, with your customers. You're going to dive in deep, and you're going to understand not necessarily what they want, not necessarily what they need, but more to the point, you are going to become absolutely obsessed with what they believe. Because people make decisions based off of belief, and then they use logic. So belief leads to emotion, emotion leads to action, in this case is logic. So we only justify the things that we want to buy and the things that we want to do with logic after we've already made the decision. So if you can tell me very clearly, logically, the reasons why someone should work with you, but you can't explain to me what they believe and how that belief aligns with the journey you want to take them on, you don't know your customer.
Yeah, good point. Did you want to tell us a little bit about the Golden Circle?
Yes, so what you just heard me describe is called the Golden Circle. You can Google up some Simon Sinek. You can look for his TED Talk, Start With Why. Our leaders do something or other. Anyway, there's a lot of versions of this thing on the internet. And the whole thing is, it starts within the center is why, then around it is how, and the outside is what. So Dell computers say, we sell amazingly fast computers. They're cheap and affordable. They have a whole lot of features. Do you want to buy one? They just told you what they do. Back in the day, Apple said, we believe in disruption and not following the status quo. We do that by creating amazing technology. And we just happen to make a computer. Do you want that? Now, because they sold that way, they were able to make a computer, an iPhone, an iPad, a ring, a thing, and they have a watch, just all these whats. Yeah. But because Dell started on this, did you know that Dell had a MP3 player? Did you know that Dell tried to create screens and all these other things? But no, they started with, we make great computers. Apple said, we understand what you believe, and we're going to give you things to experience that belief.
And it changes things. Not only that, but when you're thinking about what it is, I mean, it's so easy to get hung up on chasing that dollar. How can I monetize? How can I monetize? How can I monetize? And ultimately, again, we are servants. We're providers. That's what we do. If we offer value first, money will follow. It might not come immediately, but it will come eventually when your heart is deeply connected to what it is you're trying to do.
That's the truth.
Yeah. What else would you like to say to these good people this week, Mr. Anderson?
I think I don't want to talk too much more about this because we're going to really be diving into more detail around customers and products and all this stuff in the next week.
Dropping that mic, Hannah.
Yeah. So it's all good, right?
Yeah.
So why don't
this is the good stuff. This is like the fun stuff. I love to talk the business stuff, man.
The rest of this month, you're basically going through what I take a coaching customer through when I'm getting to know them. So we're taking you through the customer knowledge assessment part of the ideation coaching that we do. So this is basically your first hour with Carrie and I is us asking all these business questions.
That's
because business is the engine that sets you up for success without regrets. And the questions that we're going to ask you are, did you build the right engine to take you on the journey you want to go?
Yeah, because we're using our business to empower our life. So we have to understand our business. We have to understand those business goals so that we can align them with our life and family, and they can coast along together, not fight each other.
Done.
Yes?
I think we're good.
I think we're good too.
You did really well this time around.
Oh, thanks. You did too. That's amazing considering the fact that I could literally fall asleep right here on the floor. Oh, that 1 hour. I'm missing you, hour. All right. Well, we will be here again next Sunday. If you have any questions, you can always Check us out at WLEmission.com. If you ever have any questions, certainly email us at hello@WLEmission.com. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.